Before we get started, obviously, I'm sure everybody's heard the news by now that I will not be returning to ESPN. I found out this information a little earlier in the week, and really the only thing that I really ask is, like, guys, could we wait until Monday?
After a legal dispute with former OnlyFans star Gabby Zuniga, Shannon Sharpe was fired from ESPN in a surprising turn of events. Sharpe disclosed that he decided to postpone the announcement of his termination. Why? Because he wanted to make sure his brother, Sterling Sharpe, who is set to be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, would not be overshadowed. It wasn't about Shannon at the moment. It had to do with his brother's rightful honor. Shannon showed how much family means to him by choosing to allow Sterling's accomplishment take center stage, despite his personal struggles.
ESPN host Shannon Sharpe is being hit with some serious allegations, y'all. A woman has filed a $50 million lawsuit accusing him of a rape and sexual assault during what she says was a nearly 2-year relationship. She's also claiming he recorded their intimate moments without consent and even threatened her at times.
The controversy began when Gabby Zuniga, ex-girlfriend of NFL Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe, came forward with serious allegations of domestic violence, rape, and assault. Zuniga filed a $50 million lawsuit, claiming she had endured repeated abuse. The accusations were both disturbing and explosive. The potential to significantly damage Sharpe's legacy as one of football's greatest tight ends if proven true. Sharpe, however, didn't stay silent. In a fiery video statement, he called the lawsuit a blatant shakedown. He directly targeted Zuniga's attorney, Tony Busby, accusing him of using predatory legal tactics and even drawing parallels to Busby's past cases against prominent black men, including Jay-Z. Sharpe's response was bold and unfiltered, casting himself as the victim of a calculated smear campaign. Then came a shocking twist. Sharpe referenced a 30-second video he claimed could be deceptively edited to make him appear guilty. He warned of the tape's potential misuse, calling it a manipulative tool to sway public opinion, with both legal and reputational stakes at an all-time high. Sharpe made it clear he's ready to fight back hard, regardless of how ugly things may get.
This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine.
Sharpe continued after that. He boldly challenged Tony Busby to make the full purported recording public, rather than just the edited snippets that were being leaked to the press, saying if I had the video, I'd release it myself right now. He had nothing to hide, Sharpe made plain. He went on to accuse the lawyer of using the media as a weapon, asserting that Busby was intentionally releasing information in order to implicate him before all the information was available. The dispute moved from the courthouse to the court of public opinion as a result of Sharpe's scathing response, which fueled the already smoldering situation. It became evident as the drama developed that this was about more than simply legal strategies. It was turning into a battle for his honor.
That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media.
Jane Doe, the developer of OnlyFans, and Gabby Zuniga, stated in the lawsuit that she met Shannon Sharpe for the first time in early 2023. Despite being 30 years apart in age, their connection was initially consensual, according to court documents. However, Jane claims that after their relationship started, things changed. She detailed a change in dynamics, claiming that what had begun as an apparently typical courtship swiftly devolved into an abusive and poisonous environment. According to Zuniga, Sharpe's attitude grew more unpredictable, with physical and mental abuse taking main stage.
She claims that after meeting Shannon Sharpe at the gym back in 2023 and beginning a consensual relationship with him, who, by the way, she claims is 30 years older than her.
According to Jane, tensions started when Shannon allegedly started pressuring her to record their private conversations, sometimes even without her permission. According to the lawsuit, Sharpe allegedly used his position and authority to pressure her into obeying, which is how this violation of privacy intensified. However, The lawsuit claims that it didn't stop there. Zuniga said that Sharpe had gone farther by breaching her boundaries and abusing her trust by disclosing those private videos to third parties.
To him allegedly insisting they record their sexual activity, sometimes without her knowledge, him sharing those videos with others.
Jane's accusations, however, went farther. Shannon Sharpe, she said, promised to do things that no other man would want her to do. She took the remark to be a component of a pattern of control and manipulation. According to the lawsuit, he isolated her emotionally and psychologically by threatening and intimidating her in order to keep control over her. Zuniga also claimed to have experienced physical violence, which she claimed happened when their relationship was at its most tense.
Allegedly telling her that he would do things to her that, quote, would make no other man want her, that he allegedly manipulated her, controlled her, threatened her, intimidated her, was able to gain access to her apartment complex without her permission.
In her lawsuit against Shannon Sharpe, Jane demanded $50 million in compensation for the alleged psychological and physical harm. The Hall of Famer turned journalist was in the hottest waters of his career when these shocking charges rocked the sports media landscape. Given the gravity of the allegations, this court case turned into Shannon Sharpe's most difficult battle. To date, his career was not the only thing at stake as the lawsuit progressed.
She's going by the pseudonym Jane Doe, and she is suing him for $50 million in Nevada.
Sharpe didn't mince words. He revealed startling information about the film before it leaked, exposing the purported setup in advance. Jane herself had invited him over, he said, and the rendezvous had been planned from the beginning, only to be turned into a $50 million shakedown. Never about justice was his charge. Sharpe maintained that everything had been orchestrated to set him up, transforming what had been a friendly exchange into a plot to ruin his name. He cited the lawsuit's timing, implying that it was all planned to take advantage of his fortune and notoriety.
The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by also known as on OnlyFans. Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about.
Shannon Sharpe made a dramatic counter-move by releasing purported text messages that had the potential to destroy the entire lawsuit. According to the screenshots confirmed by Sharpe's legal team, Jane Doe seems to have given her express approval to the precise actions that she now alleges were abusive. According to one shocking message, "Put a dog collar on me. Choke me." Sharpe offered these communications as proof, but they appeared to run counter to the main thrust of Zuniga's accusations, casting doubt on their veracity. In opposition to the lawsuit's portrayal of manipulation and assault, Sharpe's legal team contended that these texts show unambiguous, consenting communication between the two parties. The battle entered a new stage after these messages were made public because the court of public opinion now had to carefully consider the evidence.
October 2023, where Jane Doe seemingly messages Sharpe, "I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it while you're bleeping."
The New York Post uncovered explosive messages that cast serious doubt on Jane Doe's abuse allegations. Far from showing victimization, the texts revealed a consensual and explicit dynamic. In one, she demanded, "Tie me up and do bad things to me." Another showed frustration. "You must miss being inside me." The most revealing message came when Sharpe asked how to restrain. Hershey replied, "I have handcuffs," offering chilling specificity. These revelations shook the case's foundation, suggesting the relationship was far more consensual than initially claimed. If authentic, the texts contradict the original narrative, prompting a reevaluation by both the public and the legal system. As more messages surfaced, the story shifted dramatically, highlighting the complexities of consent and calling into question the accuracy of the lawsuit's portrayal. The case was no longer black and white. It had entered a gray area.
Now, the New York Post reporting on other messages allegedly from Jane Doe, like, "Tie me up and do bad things to me. I know you miss this big juicy bleep, 25K for each cheek. Tie me up like this and bleep me," with Sharpe replying, "If I knew how to, I would." She then allegedly wrote back, "It's okay, I have handcuffs. We can stick to those for now."
Jane Doe's accusations have just reached a stage where there is no turning back. She doesn't only accept harsh treatment in the recently revealed messages, she expresses her desire for it in writing. I want to be a daddy. This went beyond simple BDSM roleplay. She had a fantasy about it, stated in her own terms. These texts called into question the abuse claim's core basis, further complicating the case. The distinction between consensual kink and the grave accusations of victimization seemed to be blurred by what had first been described as an attack.
Also allegedly writing, I want like some hardcore BDSM action though, and feeling kind of freaky lately. And then you have this apparent message from March 14th, 2024. I want to be abused, daddy. And then another message from last year where she apparently wrote him, I've always wanted a black baby.
Following the release of explosive messages, Shannon Sharpe's attorney, Lainey Davis, went on the offensive, arguing they proved the relationship was 100% consensual. Davis claimed the texts exposed Jane Doe's allegations as a fabricated scandal, portraying the encounters as fantasy-driven and entirely initiated by Jane herself. According to the defense, she orchestrated the interactions, not Sharpe dismantling any claims of abuse. They painted the relationship as unconventional, but based on mutual agreement and shared desires. As Sharpe's legal team worked to dismantle the accusations, the case evolved into a complicated battle over perception, power, and consent. With each revelation, public opinion shifted, and the narrative became more tangled, the defense emphasized. The blurred line between fantasy and reality, suggesting manipulation was at play on both sides, making the truth increasingly difficult to pin down.
Lonnie Davis commented that, quote, the evidence paints a clear picture. This was a consensual adult relationship that included role-playing, sexual language, and fantasy scenarios.
Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at and you're just gonna hang up on me, so I feel like...
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a dick to me now, so...
I don't want to be... Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke the out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do.
I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Gabby.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah. I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.